Kumusta? Shalom. Trying to reach out to all you Filipinos, you so-called Filipinos out there. I just want to bring out some. So right here is the mark of the beast. If you guys take this, you will not be saved. All right. I want to show you so-called Filipinos out there that, we're also Hispanic. So the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are actually God's chosen people. So when you study the scriptures, I have the scriptures posted here. It shows that we are actually the true Israelites and the true Jews of the Bible. All right. Remember what happened to us in history. We were given up to our enemies, and taken on ships. We fit the Deuteronomy 28 curses, as well as our Native American or their indigenous brothers and sisters and our so-called blacks brothers and sisters. So we were on this ship, Trans-Pacific trade ship. Aitas and Igrots, were the first ones to inhabit Philippines, right? And you could see that, they were wearing fringes, like what it says in the Bible. The Israelites were the fringes. So the true, most likely image of how Jesus, so-called Jesus, looks is actually a dark-skinned man, right? He looks more like this. Okay, study these scriptures. This is a big lie. This is Caesar Borgia. Study these scriptures. All these fake pictures and paintings happened during the Renaissance. Okay. All the pictures before that during the Dark Ages, the reason why it's called Dark Ages, right? But during the Renaissance, iconoclasm happened, and they changed the pictures of what the true pictures were, right? So study these scriptures, because this is how Jesus most likely looks like, the Messiah, the Christ. See the man on the right, he had white woolly hair, he had dark brown skin, and eyes were red from the wine he drank. You study that in Genesis. Okay, so I'm trying to wake up so-called Filipinos out there to the truth. We got to get out of this Catholicism, Christian mindset. They preach lies. They're not teaching you all truth. There's some truth, but not all. Okay, so I pray that you guys continue to study hard. Right now, it's the age of information, and all the information is out there for us. So if you type in the true name of the Father, which is Yahweh, and the Son, his only begotten Son, Christ, Messiah, it's actually Yahweh Shai. That J didn't exist. It only came out 500 years ago, right? So type these names out on YouTube, on the internet, and the Most High will lead you into why and how this is his true name. Okay, it's not Yahweh, it's not Ahaya, Yehoshua, all those other names. And when you study ancient Paleo Hebrew, this is what you're gonna find. So study hard, okay? And the laws still stand. There's 613 laws, statutes, and commandments that we got to come back to. That's why we're cursed. Filipinos are cursed. Look at, all our brothers and sisters in the Philippines. We don't live long. There's so much curses going on. So we got to come back to eating right. We can't eat pork anymore. We can't eat shrimp, lobster. There's a reason why we can't eat those foods. They're actually garbage disposals, right? Pigs clean out the earth, and shrimp, lobster, they clean out the ocean. And if we consume that, it's actually destroying us. That's why a lot of Filipinos, they die, and they get cancer, heart attacks, strokes at a young age. Okay, we gotta take care of our bodies. We can't defile our bodies. There's a list, so learn the unclean list and the clean list. It's all found in Leviticus, all right? And I suggest everyone to start eating better. Study Dr. Sebi. He teaches how to eat properly, okay? There's a lot of better diets. It's better to be more vegan, just a little bit of meat. But What else can Sabbath still stands. Okay, Sabbath is not a Sunday. Sabbath is not every day. That's not the truth. Sabbath is one day, and you gotta know which day it is. It's when it's in the new moon. We're actually nomadic people. We don't rely on calendars. So when those people they they do Sabbath on a Friday evening to Saturday evening. That's not correct either. We don't follow the Gregorian calendar. We should be following the sun, the stars, the moon. That's what we rely on. Okay, so the new moon is Sabbath. And there's rules on Sabbath too, all right? I pray that you guys study that as well. I'm trying to make this quick hit so that this could lead into more studying, more edification for anyone that's hearing and listening to this. All right. What else can I show you real quick before I do a quick study? These are the chariots of God, so-called UFOs. This is what Yahweh Shai left on. And this is what he's going to be coming back on. And right now we see so much of this because, it's the last days. And angels are constantly watching over us right now, okay? His chosen people, the ones that want to please the Most High, to repent, to obey his law, statutes, and commandments. He'll be watching us. He'll send guardian angels to watch over us and protect us in these crazy times and give us more wisdom. All right? So these so-called UFOs, they've been around forever. Chariots of God. Look at, they're all over like the old school paintings. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. That's Yahweh Shai right there. That's what's going to happen when he comes back and he redeems his elect and his chosen people. Kind of like in the movie Independence Day, that huge UFO. But this time we actually should be running towards it. Okay, and there's going to be a lot that's going to be coming. All right. Okay, so I want to do a quick study on scriptures that say madness of the heart. So whenever it says, you got to read the context, madness, could be plagued, meaning plagued of the mind. That's why people are messed up, bugged out from old to young, because they didn't adhere to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. So our people right now, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they're the worst ones right now, and the scriptures show that. And it gives a reason why. So let's go to Deuteronomy 28:28. So the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. Okay, so when you look into that word madness, if you have concordances, it's the heart is the mind. Okay, whenever you look at, you have to study the word in the scripture. So yeah, he's gonna plague you with a lot of psychiatric issues, right? So even the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that are high in this society, like college, university, doctors, even psychiatrists, lawyers, they've been smited with madness and blindness from the Most High. All right, if you don't come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, that's why there's a lot of suicides too, right? Suicides and depression and mental health issues. Okay, because we're not coming back. We gotta do the commandments. The more we do the commandments, the more he opens up our knowledge, our minds, and the more he heals us. Okay, let's go Exodus 9:14. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth. Okay, so again, the heart he's not talking about that organ in the center of your chest. Okay, he's talking about the mind. He'll send plagues on your mind. That's why a lot of antidepressant pills, it's crazy right now, the pharmaceuticals. They're making so much money on us. All right. Let's go to Sirach 25:13. Sirach 25:13. So give me any plague, but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman. So again, this is talking about the mind. And is wickedness of a woman. We could go into another study. I could do something on women afterwards, another time. Let's go to Matthew 4:24. Okay. And his fame went throughout all Syria, and they brought unto him all sick people that were taken with divers diseases and torments, and those which were possessed with devils. Devils also means demons, right? And those which were lunatic, and those that had the palsy, and he healed them. All right, so the truth, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, the true understanding, okay? Now what Catholicism and Christianity teach you, you need to understand the law, statutes, and commandments, and who you are according to scriptures. There's only 18 nations in the Bible, and you got to know which one you're part of. All right, if you don't know the truth, you'll be plagued with diseases and torments of the mind. Okay, so the rulers of this world will continually plague your mind with witchcraft all day, every day, through the entertainment, the media, the music, the movies. So you're a lunatic without the understanding of these scriptures. This word is the only way to be healed. You're not going to be healed by a psychologist, a doctor, medication, all those philosophies out there. It's only these scriptures, okay? So the only way to, So this is we're in Babylon, North America's Babylon the Great, and all its philosophies, it's corrupted the whole world. Let's go Mark 5:2. So Jesus heals a man with a demon. Okay. And they came over onto the other side of the sea, onto the country of the Gadarenes. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tomb, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains, because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces. Neither could any man tame him. And always day and night he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones. And when he saw Yahushua afar off, he ran and worshipped him, and cried with a loud voice, and said, What have I to do with thee, Yahushua, the Son of the Most High God? I adjure thee by God that thou torment me not. For he said unto him, Come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. And he asked him, What is thy name? And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many. And he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding. And all the devils besought him, saying, Send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. And forthwith Yahushua gave them leave, and the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine. And the herd ran violently down a steep place and into the sea. They were about 2,000, and were choked in the sea. And they that had fed the swine fled, and told it in the city and in the country. And they went out to see what it was that was done. And they come to Yahushua and see him that was possessed with the devil, and had the legion, sitting and clothed, and he was in his right mind, and they were afraid. And they that saw it told them how it befell to him that was possessed with the devil, and also concerning the swine. And they began to pray him to depart out of their coast. And when he was come into the ship, he that had been possessed with the devil prayed him that he might be with him. Howbeit Yahushua suffered him not, but saith unto him, Go home to thy friends, and tell them how great things the Lord had done for thee, and hath had compassion on thee. Okay, so yeah. So there was a lot of demons there, That man was plagued with like schizophrenia, bipolar, depression. He was cutting himself, suicidal, right? But Yahushua, demons are afraid of Yahushua. Okay, what else can I bring out? I think I'm gonna keep it like that for now. Alright, so I pray this lesson was edifying. I pray you continue to study who you truly are in the scriptures. Okay, with that being said, shalom. Take care.